Hello. Hi, everybody. I'll just wait till a few of us get ourselves sorted. I know you've been waiting for this, so I'm happy that I got here on time and that I can have a chat to you about this because it's something that so many people have been asking me about lately. I feel like I've been repeating myself a lot, so I thought I'd just chuck it up on a video, and that way you can share it, you can put it in your groups, you can share it with your teams or whatever it is. You can watch it, rewatch it. It's going to be recorded, so I figured the most effective way to help you is just to chuck it up here publicly, and that way you guys, what is that? Put on a mask to give yourself a fun look. Did you guys know about these new Facebook Live things? Let's see. Oh, look, we can be colored. Who'd have thunk? Oh my gosh, should we be vibrant or should we be normal? Vibrant, normal, vibrant. I like vibrant. I feel like I'm like really bright right now. Let's just go normal. I can't deal. Okay, how do I get rid of this? There we go. Okay, cool bananas. Oh wait, am I still vibrant? I don't even know. Anywho, if you haven't met me before, give me a little like or a thumbs up or a whatever it is, a little heart to say hi. My name is Kata. I am the founder of Kata the brand, and I've been called a Gen Y business expert. And it's not something that I made up myself. I'm not that full of myself. It's all right, guys. It's something that people actually sort of started coming to me about, and if you don't know my story, I've been in network marketing for almost 5 years. Before that, I was in public service, I was in human resources. I've always been fascinated with people. I've always been really into helping people, very much about positive mindset. I was a dance teacher. I used to teach kids dancing, and essentially since I started my network marketing business, I've done a lot of research into women and brains and people and psychology and communication, and it's all just come together into this beautiful place where what I love doing now is dealing with and helping Generation Ys. So Gen Ys are sort of like 18 to 30-ish year olds, but it's not so strict as that. I sort of think of Gen Y more as a mindset as opposed to like a specific age bracket. Like you might be 19, but you might have like kids and husbands and houses and not really be, doing the things that typical Gen Ys do, which is traveling and partying, and we're very into instant gratification and all sorts of things. Or you might be 35 and you might still be acting like a Gen Y and be really into, your social life and building a career, and you might not be ready to settle down. So Gen Y is more of a mindset. But what I was finding in my network marketing business is that there seems to be a gap for leaders in the Gen Y community. And what was happening is I was building a primarily Gen Y network marketing business, and there was not a lot of support around because everyone was in a different place in their life. And it sort of took me to figure out how to run my own business for me to actually be able to help other Gen Ys run their businesses. And then basically what happened is as soon as I figured out that solution, that little magic potion, my business exploded. And I started to really understand the patterns and the communication and how to do things, and created systems, and I created duplicable systems, and then that worked, and then that snowballed, and all of a sudden I had all of these people asking me how I was doing what I was doing, because so many people were struggling either as Gen Ys running businesses or being in business with Gen Ys, not understanding how to deal with us, because we can be so freaking frustrating if you just don't get us. So that's how this whole thing started. Anyway, that all kind of snowballed, and there's a few different things that I do now, but what I wanted to hop on and talk to you about today is the concept of sales and the absolute anxiety that we get when we think about sales. So if you've ever felt anxious about sales, can you just give me a little thumbs up or a love heart or one of those little freak the fuck out faces? Let me know if you're with me on this. If you've ever sort of gotten nervous when you're doing some kind of group presentation or client appointment, or you have to share your business with somebody and you just freak out and you're like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. And you turn into an absolute weirdo, or someone's done that to you. Maybe you're on this page because you're watching what this whole network marketing and business community is about, and maybe you've had someone go absolute crazy network marketer on you and shove their product or business down your throat, and you've just gone, never again will I deal with that. So that's what I want to talk to you about today. And I find myself, so I have a Cat the Brand family group, and we all hang in there and we chat and we talk to each other and we help each other. And I also have the 6 Steps to Awesomeness Badass School. And I also have my own network marketing business. So a lot of what we've been covering lately, a lot of the questions that have been asked, a lot of the conversations we've been having, all come back to this concept of how to sell and how to not sell. So that's what I want to be dealing with and sort of talking to you about today. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be talking, going through my techniques and going through, some of the verbiage that I use and the mindset that I have. If you have questions, just chuck them down there in the comments box. I can see the comments there. I can always go back. If there's anything you want to hear more about, put some likes and put some love hearts so I know which way to direct my conversation. So this is really useful for you. I know a lot of you guys are in the States right now and you're sleeping. So you'll be watching this as a recording, but feel free afterwards to put your questions in there as well. If you want to continue that conversation, I'm happy to sort of help you through that. So let's talk about sales. Let's talk about our businesses. Now, when you were first introduced to network marketing, did you know what it was? Did you understand how it works? Did you understand how to buy products? Did you understand how the business model works? Did you understand what even it was? Did you think it was a pyramid scheme? Did you think that you had to go out there and recruit a bunch of people? Did you have an understanding of what network marketing really was or your company really was? And probably the answer is going to be no. You actually didn't understand how the whole thing works. And likely you did your research. If you are here on this, watching this right now, it means that you're someone who's actually invested in getting better at your business. It also probably means as part of your business that you quite don't understand or that you don't know how to get through some particular challenge. So I want to congratulate you for being on here firstly. But did you really know what it was you were getting yourself into? And I want to sort of give you an example because I think this helps a lot of people. Is when you go shopping, have you ever gone shopping for new sunglasses, right? And new sunglasses are usually in these little cute sunglasses shops and everything's behind these beautiful glass covers and it all looks pretty and whatever. But I know when I walk into these shops, I walk in and I might spot a pair of sunnies I like and I think, well, fucking now what? Usually the girl in retail is not even there because she can't be bothered being at her job. And so I don't really know how to get my hands on these sunglasses. Can I open the little glass cabinet? Is there a key? Do I have to ask for it? Am I going to be obliged to buy it as soon as I try them on? Can I even try them on? Are they going to have those little sensors on them? Sometimes they're tied together. When you get shoes, sometimes they're tied together. I'm like, how do I do this? Sometimes it's just too freaking hard to even try on these bloody sunglasses that I give up and walk out. Give me a thumbs up if you've ever had that situation where you've wanted to buy something, but you just didn't know how. Even online sometimes, it's so freaking complicated. You have to register and then you have to put in a password and then you have to put in some kind of code and then you've gone through so many pages, sometimes I'm just done. I'm over it. I'm just not going to go to that website. I'll go somewhere that I prefer that I know is easy. So this is how our businesses look to other people. When you're at a product presentation and you've done your little thing, they've tried the products and, whatever, and you're out the close. And everyone freaks out at the close. And so many of my consultants, they do all this activity, but there are no sales coming through. How is that possible? And I ask them, so did you tell them how to get their hands on the product? And they go, oh, no. I didn't want to sell to them. I didn't want to make them feel weird. It was a bit weird. I just didn't, no. I went, cool. So they got to try these products and you didn't even tell them what was next. And they went, no. I said, okay, so now what happens? They go, I don't know. I guess I'll keep practicing. Okay. So essentially what you've just done is you've guided someone into the sunglasses shop. You're like, here are all these sunglasses. Good fucking luck trying them on. And I'm going to leave now. So if you want any of them, it's really, I don't know how you're going to get them. You guys, you have to understand that there is no real such thing as sales or a close. All there is educating and continuing a conversation. So I'll go into it both products-wise and your business-wise because it's slightly different, but it's still same. Think of anything sales-related as having a conversation and educating somebody. So if somebody doesn't want to be educated, they're not asking questions, why would you keep telling them how to get sunglasses if they don't fucking want the sunglasses? This is what happens when we try and sell to somebody, when we're thinking just about selling to somebody instead of filling a need. We talk and talk and talk and talk, and they don't know why they're there. We're a what's in it for me culture. So essentially what that means is we only listen and we only show up and we only really give a fuck, really, when we know what's in it for us. Think about it. Have you ever had a conversation with someone, they're talking about something completely irrelevant to your life and you just kind of zone out and you do these ones? I mean, while you're thinking, how the hell do I get out of here without being rude? Okay, you don't care because there's no relevance to you. What's in it for me? And this is what happens a lot of the time when I see people offering products or they're offering business to people. They're offering and they're going, hey, I have this really great opportunity for you. Do you want to check it out? Here's a video link. And they're throwing all this information at this person. Great, information is awesome. That's great that you're trying to educate them. But what's in it for them? Why should they even care? Why should they even open your message? So many people get so upset when you've sent a link or you've sent a question or you've sent a message to somebody. And on Facebook, we can see who's read it. Like, we're not retarded. We know what the little symbols mean. You've seen that they've read it and they haven't responded. And we get really upset. My question to you is, well, what did you say to them? Did they know what's in it for them? Did they know that the reason you're contacting them is because you noticed their post on Facebook where their baby had psoriasis and you actually know a product that might be able to help them and you're actually wanting to give them a free sample? Did they actually know that there's a benefit in it for them? Or did they just see a message going, hey, I really like to have like a product play with you, and they're thinking, oh, Jesus fucking God, another one. Are you telling people what's in it for them? Are you actually telling people why you're contacting them? There's a huge difference between, hey babe, like here's this email, here's this information about the business, like here's an opportunity. Oh my God, avoid the word opportunity. Jesus Christ, it sounds like a scam already. Or can you contact somebody and say, hey, I've been thinking about you a lot. And I've been watching your posts, I've been watching you struggle, since your partner left, and I was really thinking about what you might need right now. I noticed your post about having to go back to work, and I was just wondering if you'd ever considered doing something else. And then let them respond to you. Let them respond to you. The way to be really super salesy is to just throw yourself at somebody, throw information at somebody without you explaining why you're contacting them, without them knowing what the benefit is in it for them, and without their permission. Have you asked permission to share information with somebody? This is how I train my network marketing team to share products. They prime them from the beginning. As soon as somebody walks in, they usually walk in like this, right, to product presentations, because they expect you to flog products at them, because, that's old school party plan. So this is what I do first thing. I go, hey, how are you going? Do you know why you're here today? And they're like, oh, either they say, oh, nah, or they go, oh, yeah, you're going to, sell some products to me. And I laugh. I say, oh, my God, I used to think the exact same thing. I used to think that these things were all about sales, and it was going to be really uncomfortable, and I was going to have to flog product. And I want to tell you that's not what's going to happen today. It's not going to work anyway. I work in a network marketing business. If you don't like me, I can probably shove some products in your throat, but you'll never come back to me anyway. So that's not going to benefit me or you. Here's what I'd like to do. I just want to add some value to you. I want this to be your time for the next hour where you can just ask me anything about these products. You can have a girly play. You can, ask me how to use things. You can learn about ingredients. I just want to make sure that you walk away with some kind of benefit so I'm not wasting your time. Is that okay? Ask permission. And they'll go, oh, yeah, that's awesome. Thanks. Say amazing. So if you have any questions, let me know, okay? So tell me about whatever it is. Tell me about your health, or tell me about your skin, or tell me about your life. Get rid of the objections first. Guys, if you want to be effective in your network marketing business, these people have to like you and trust you. If you can see they have an objection, point it out and get rid of it. Whether it's owning it and saying, you know what, I remember the first time that someone came to my house and did one of these, I was so nervous that they were just going to try and take my money. I get it. It's not what this is about. And I don't know what the host has told you, but I'm not here to sell shit to you. It just really doesn't benefit me. All we're going to do is we're going to have a chat. You're going to be able to try products. You're going to ask about ingredients, all that sort of thing. And if you want anything at the end, you're welcome to, but it's really not my main aim. So if you see someone has an objection, disarm them. But also make sure somebody knows why they're in that conversation, why you're contacting them, or why they're at that event. And if they don't know, ask them, you know, what is it that made you want to come to this tonight? Or what is it that made you reach out to me? Or what is it that made you actually reply to me when I asked if you were okay? Ask questions. The only effective way to do this, guys, in business is to build relationships, it's to build trust, it's to have conversations. And a lot of the time we're so eager just to get sales in there that we're not actually listening to these people. They don't know what's in it for them. We don't even know what's in it for them. We're just doing our 100 asks, or we're just doing our, you know, writing our list. Like, we're not actually identifying properly how and why we can help people. And we're not asking permission, and then we're not continuing the conversation. So let's say you're halfway through a conversation with somebody, you've done all the product sales, but you're at the end of a presentation, right? And guys, is this relevant to you? Are you getting something out of this? Put a little thumbs up if you've learned something already. Yep, super helpful. Okay, good. All right, cool. And just keep making sure you give me some feedback about what you're learning about this, just to make sure I know that I'm answering your questions properly. Because I could talk about this all freaking day, but I won't. So let's say, okay, good, lots of thumbs up. Awesome. That makes me feel better that I'm actually adding value to you. See? Okay, so let's say you've done your product presentation and you're at the end and you're feeling awkward now because you're like, oh fuck, now I have to do the close. Now I have to sell to them. Here's what I train my team in. So let's say we've all tried the products, everyone's done eye work and skincare and makeup. So let's say they've all done their skincare and makeup. And I say this, guys, has everyone had a great time? Yes, awesome. Amazing. What did you learn? Yes, I've learned this, that was great, awesome. Is this what you expected? No, I thought I'd be sold to actually, you know, it's actually been really fun, it's been really low pressure. Awesome. So make sure you ask them questions to increase their positive mindset, refocus them. The biggest thing you need to know about network marketing is you actually need to teach people how to think. And this is both in business and with product stuff. It's unfamiliar to people. People don't know how this works. People don't know how the business works. They don't know how the products work. They don't know how they get their hands on it. It's all this big confusion. So you actually need to teach people how to think, and you need to educate them, right? So ask them positive questions. Did you learn something? Oh my God, yeah, I actually learned something. Is it what you expected? Actually, no, I kind of expected you to flog shit at me, and now I've actually had fun. How have you had fun? Actually, I kind of had fun. So tell them how to think, right? Then next, what you need to do is ask permission and continue the conversation. So guys, would it be okay if I actually shared some purchasing options with you, just in case you're ever interested, only because it is a little bit different to what you're used to? How easy is that? Don't say, hey, can I like sell to you now? Or hey, like, can I tell you how to buy stuff? They're gonna say, nah, I don't really want to buy stuff. But if you say, would it be okay if I went ahead and actually shared the purchasing options with you, just in case you're ever interested, only because it is a little bit different to probably what you're normally used to. It's true. It's education. It's not flogging product. It's not selling to them. It's just continuing the conversation. Remember with your people, whether it's business or product, every time think in your head, so what happens next? Here's what happens next. That's all the journey you're taking people on. Here's what happens next. Whether it's product, great. Here's what happens next. We have a chat about your skin. Here's what happens next. Then you're going to go sit at the table, fill out your client care form. Here's what happens next. Now we're all going to be trying products. I'm going to be using my script here, and we're going to be just talking about ingredients. Ask me questions. Awesome. Here's what happens next. You get to use everything. Great. Here's what happens next. I'm going to explain to you how you get your hands on your products, just in case. Here's what happens next. I'm actually going to sit with you one-on-one and work things out to your budget, work things out that are important to you. Here's what happens next. If you can't afford the products, there's a few options. You can pay for them now. You can earn them through Host Rewards. You can become a consultant and earn income through there. Or there's a million options. But here's what happens next. Oh, you're interested in the business? Here's what happens next. I'm going to send you an information email so that you can look through at your own time. Here's what happens next. I'm going to ask you a good time to send this information to you. When's a good time? Wednesday? Great. Here's what happens next. I'm going to follow up with you. When's a good time for me to follow up? Oh, Wednesday at 6. Great. I'll send it to you at 4. I'll follow up with you at 6. Here's what happens next. We've already spoken about this. It's now Wednesday at 4. I've sent you the thing. It's Wednesday at 6. Now I'm following up with you. Here's what happens next. What are your objections? What are your questions? What did you love most? What intrigued you about it? What did you learn? You have to consistently be asking people questions to tell them how to think, and then telling them what happens next. That's all this business is. That's all sales is. And guys, if you've been listening to your clients, you've been listening to your prospects, you've been listening to the people you work with, and you've been asking the right questions, there's no sales in it. All you're doing is asking them questions. You're telling them what to do next. Oh, you're interested in the business? Here's what I recommend you do. Do your research. Go on to Google. Read it. And you know what? When I went onto Google, I found that there was both positive and negative reviews. But for me, it was important that I saw that the products were always spoken about with, integrity. And I also noticed that the only difference between those that were succeeding and for failing, they were just people. And I thought, well, if that's it, then it was a decision, and I made a decision to succeed. But do your own research. Oh, you've done your own research. Here's what happens next. What's your biggest fear and hesitation? You're nervous that you're just not going to do it? Okay, I had the same fear. And you know what I found? I found that working in a team and a community and a support really helped. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add you to my tribe Facebook page for a week. I'm going to just let you watch. Creep us out. Look at all the photos. Look at the posts. Look how we support each other. See if that's going to be something that works for you. Oh, okay, so you've had a look at that. Here's what happens next. What is it that you're nervous about? What's your biggest hesitation? Oh, the budget, how much it's going to cost you. Okay, here's what happens next. There's a few different options. We can earn that together. What's your budget exactly? And here are the two options, by the way. You can be a product consultant or a business consultant. This is the difference. A product consultant is somebody who essentially you just want to get the discount, but you also want to share the business, but you don't want the pressure. You don't want to have to show up to trainings. You don't want to have to invest, into a kit. You just want to love and enjoy the products and maybe just dip a toe in and just try it and see it. Here's how much you spend for that. Here's a minimum, and it's just the products for you. I'm going to add you to this particular Facebook page, and you're going to get these 4 training modules so you can learn how to actually do the business at your own pace. Or if you're interested in becoming a business consultant, here's that package. A business consultant is someone like me, someone that really builds their business, someone that really wants to build a team, wants to perhaps replace your income. For that, you've got to show up to the trainings. Here's our training schedule. This is what it looks like. You also get access to our Facebook group. You also get access to me one-on-one. You get a 30-minute call with me each week. It's going to hold you accountable. I'm going to work with you through challenges and stuff like that. You also get this. We're also going to be doing this. And this is around the budget that most people spend on that to get products for themselves and also to build a sustainable kit. If you're working your business and you're actually doing what you're supposed to be doing, you'll get that back in 3 months. So which one works for you? You educate and you ask a question. Can you guys see the pattern in this? Here's what happens next. Asking questions and educating. That's what you need to be doing. Let's say from there, they're like, okay, well, I really want to be a business consultant. Great. Here's what happens next. Here's what you need to be spending. So this is the budget that you need to save for. So you need to have a look at your finances and see when it is going to be that you can actually put that money down and feel good about it. I don't want you to be pressured. So if you need some help, we can sit down and work out a budget together. Or we can look at other ways to earn it. But this is what you need. So here's what happens next. You tell me the date that you'd like to start. And what will happen on that date is you and I will sit together and we'll actually do your consultant sign up together. We'll do your first product order together. We'll do your sign up together. It'll take about an hour. So you tell me a good time to do that. So see how I'm constantly guiding people through here's what happens next and educating them on the next step. Now here's the beauty of this system. If you're constantly educating people and telling them what happens next, if they opt out, good. You've educated them and they've decided on an educated basis it's not for them or it's not for them right now. Do you have heaps of consultants quitting your team? Do you have heaps of people start and heaps of people quit? If you do, it's highly likely that you're actually not giving them a realistic expectation of what's necessary to succeed. So they're starting their business and all of a sudden there's all of this shit that they have to do and there's all this stuff and there's pages and there's trainings and they're confused and they're like overwhelmed and so they quit. Whereas if you had properly educated that person, they would be fully prepared for what's coming and they would have made the decision to start. Whether that decision is in 6 months' time, whether it's in 2 weeks, they're fully educated and they're prepared to start. In our team now, in our success line, it is amazing to see what's happened since we've started educating and simply moving through people, with here's what happens next. They've seen the tribe page. They've seen how we talk to each other. They've seen our team Dropbox. They see the system of how it works. They know the budget that they have to save for. They know they have options. Either they're all in or maybe they just want to try it, but they have a home. They have options for each and they understand the difference. They know what's necessary. They know they've got the support. They know everything that's in front of them. So when they decide to start the business, they're prepared and there's no pressure. And then for us as sponsors, there's also no pressure because we have a system. They're educated. They know what happens next. Same thing with products and clients. If you've educated someone, if they've tried the products, they're educated in the products, you've matched them with the right thing, you've told them what happens next, you've presented all the package options to them, you've told them the different options of how they can get their hands on it. If you've actually educated somebody, they're now an educated consumer. So if they say no to you, trust them. Don't try and convince them. Trust them. Leave the door open. Tell them, look, totally love and respect that. If anything changes, just please feel free to contact me. If anything changes, I'm leaving the door open for you. I would love to work with you. If anything changes, just know that I'm always here for you. So many of us have our lists of people with business or product, and as soon as they say no to us, we cross them off. Fuck, why? Did you say no? Well, yes, the first time that you were offered your business or your product, probably not. It takes time to build relationship and trust, guys, and you have to trust that not everyone's going to want what you have. But if you've educated someone, you can just feel good about the fact that you've done your due diligence. It's like not all of us like to wear sunglasses. Not all of us like bananas. Not all of us wear dresses. Not all of us want to go to the freaking gym. Imagine if someone was there constantly hounding you, here's my gym membership, here's my gym membership, come to the gym, pay for a gym membership, and you're like, for fuck's sake, I like to run outside, I don't want a gym membership. But imagine if that person had asked you, hey, I noticed that you're wanting to exercise, what is it that you love? Do you love indoors or outdoors? I love outdoors. Okay, do you like to work out with people or do you like to work out alone? Actually, I prefer to work out alone. Okay, so look, if anything ever changes, I have this amazing gym membership opportunity thing, that I can totally respect. It's not for you right now, but just know if you ever want to try it out, I'm happy to give you my pass for you to try. Is that not so much less pressure than trying to convince someone of something you have? So I want to see your comments. Where is it that you've been fucking up so far? Where is it that you can improve? Is it that you haven't been listening to people? Is it that you haven't been asking permission? Is it that you haven't been guiding them through the here's what happens next? They're uneducated. Is it that you haven't been trusting them to actually make their own decisions? Is it that you've been closing the door on people and you actually haven't left the door open for them? Is it that you've had this fear and this pressure of closing or selling when it's just been about continuing the conversation? I want to see your comments now. I want to see what you've gotten out of this, to see what you've taken away. I know it's been, just a short snippet and there's so much more I could give you. And if you've done my 6 steps to awesomeness, a lot of this stuff is covered in there. The mindset of how to actually find out who you are, how to actually be really authentic, how to take the crap verbiage out of your system so you're not pressury and salesy, how to actually make sure your social media is on point, because a lot of us, we're saturating your warm network. And what you need to be doing in network marketing is as soon as you start your business, meeting new people and building legitimate client bases. And that's cold market stuff. And so many people have a fear of cold market. It's one of my favorite things. Maybe next time on live, I'll talk about that if you guys want to hear about how to, talk to cold market. But a part of cold market is actually making sure your social media is on point. Because the other thing about our Generation Y and our community nowadays is we're very ratings oriented. So we actually won't work with someone unless we can look up a rating. We won't use a product unless we can look up a rating. We're very much into ratings. So your social media is your home, but it's also your rating. If other people are edifying you, they're liking things, they're commenting on things, they're telling people how great you are, that's going to help your business. So week 2 in my 6 Steps to Awesomeness program, week 1 is who are you and actually figuring out who you are and getting rid of all the shit. And week 2 is actually social media. So how to actually make sure that all your ratings are positive, how to make sure that people can creep you and look you up and really get familiar with you and see who you are, because it's one of the most powerful tools that you can use for your network marketing business. Week 3 is cutting the shit. So how to get rid of all the negative people in your life, how to get rid of the negative mindset, how to get rid of all the shit in your life so you can actually look after yourself and so you can actually move forward. Because a lot of us, when we start network marketing, we don't realize that what's going to happen is our entire life goes to shit. Honestly, as soon as you start this business, everything will turn to shit. And the reason why is you've set a new intention. You've actually started focusing on self-growth. You've actually started looking at who you are. You're looking at who you're surrounding yourself with. You're a lot more conscious and aware. So because of that, you're essentially creating these ripples. And a lot of people freak out when those ripples disrupt their relationships, their job, they move house, everything starts to happen. So part of my 6 Steps program is actually teaching you how to forecast that and how to deal with that. I also teach you a lot about the realities of what you're going to be going through in business and network marketing. No, it's not all peachy and rosy. Yes, there's so much freaking fun involved. It's super exciting. But I talk to you a lot about the challenges and what to expect there. I talk to you a lot about mindset as well, of how to actually create a mindset that's protected, but that's also really positive, but not that woo-woo, yay, everything's fucking awesome. It's like actually how to create yourself from an employee into an entrepreneur business mindset. And the last skill of my 6 steps to awesomeness is sexy scheduling. So one of the main reasons I see people essentially fail, and again, failure in network marketing is just quitting. So you can't actually fail. You can just choose to stop or just choose not to do whatever you're meant to be doing. So that's why week 6 is all about scheduling, because most often people stop their businesses because they just don't know where to work with. They don't know how to fit it into their lives. It's too much. It's too overwhelming. It's too hard. And the best thing you can learn, if that's you, is how to actually schedule. It's how to get your goals, break them down, make them into daily activities, make it fun, fit into your life. We're not cookie cutter. We don't fit into one freaking mold. So when people are like, you have to do 8 workshops a month, and you're like, that's just not fucking realistic. You need to actually upskill yourself and give yourself the tools and the skills and the knowledge to be able to fit your business into your life. So that's why that's number 6 in 6 steps to awesomeness. So I'm going to go through and just see what you guys got out of it. Again, if you've learned something from this, please let me know. If there's something you want to hear about, please let me know. Thank you. I need to tweak it all. Okay, good. Not guiding them through step by step. It makes more sense. Yes. Fear of closing versus continuing the conversation. Yep. I need more training for myself is my problem. Okay, good. Excellent. This is also true. Wonderful. So if you guys have any more comments, anything that you have taken out of this, hopefully you've taken something, even just those basic steps of how to actually continue the conversation and educate people and allow them to choose. So, my loves, I am going to love you and leave you. I have family chat time with my badass graduates. So after you've actually completed the 6 steps, you go into a family group where we talk more high scale stuff. We really connect, we bond, we support each other. So if you're in the family, yay, I'll be seeing you in a second. I am opening up my 6 Steps to Awesomeness Badass School for the 3rd round of graduates. So the website is live. I'll chuck the link below as well. You can read what other people have said about me. You can read what's involved in the program. I go into depth in it, so you can actually do your research, educate yourself. And if it's for you, I would love to see you in that group. You get 24/7 access to me as well when you do the Badass program. So that's another benefit if you do sort of want to get your hands on me, but you don't want to dish out for one-on-one coaching right now. You just want a bit of a program. That's great. It's coming up end of year. Know that if you're feeling weird and if you're feeling uncertain about stuff, it's not you. It's normal. You are okay. This time of year makes us reflect, and it makes us, look forward, look backwards, question ourselves. Don't question yourself. You're doing great. It's just time to upskill. It's time to do something different. It's time to be brave. So I'm happy to work with you. I would love to help you. But hope I've added value to you. I love you guys. And keep asking questions if you have them. Tell me what you want to hear about. I'm always here for you. And I love you. So I'll talk to you soon. Mwah. Bye.